Man, the background looks kind of creepy, right? I keep seeing that plant and thinking it's a person and getting nervous. It's plant, it's making me nervous. Okay, so hello and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie K. Campbell, where the K stands for Krabby Patty. Why Krabby, you ask? Krabby? That sounds weird, Krabby. Krabby. Lost my Jersey accent there for a second. Whew. Well, I'm a queer neurodivergent person on the internet, gay, and I have ADHD. And if you've heard some of the things that I've heard throughout the course of my 3+ decades on this planet, you'd probably be a little crabby too. I'm actually not a crabby person. Hello, I have like 1 cancer placement, but I am running out of words that start with the letter K. So we're just gonna go with it, okay? Okay. Anyway, I make videos about sobriety, queerness, neurodivergence, all of the things. If you're into one or many of those topics, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Or don't. I would be fine if you didn't, but I would be happy if you did. With that out of the way, let's get to the things to never say to someone with ADHD. As usual, I went to my trusty Discord server to ask all my ADHD pals and coworkers what they thought were some of the worst things that you should never say to someone with ADHD. And since pretty much all of them have ADHD, they're kind of like experts on the topic. Let's start. Number 1, pretty much any statement that begins with some variation of "why can't you just?" Delete it from your vocabulary. I just realized that I didn't put my microphone in. I'll just fix it real quick. It's okay. It's okay. Shh, 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 it's okay. I'm not doing the intro over. That's for shit sure. Okay, where was I? Yes, delete that from your vocabulary. Just eradicate it when speaking to someone with ADHD. Some common variations of this are like, "Why can't you just sit still? Why can't you just do what you said you were going to do? Why can't you just remember? Why can't you just be more like insert neurotypical person?" Don't compare people to other people, that's shitty. Hey, you, I have a suggestion. Why can't you just shut the f up? I guess pretty much any statement that even has "just" in it, now that I think about it. Because if it's not a question and you're using "just," it's like a demand version of the same thing. For instance, just do your work. Just focus. Just get up and go. Here's the thing, like the majority of the time there are actually very legitimate answers to these very stupid questions. Why can't you just sit still? There's a ton of research on that about why people with ADHD struggle with restlessness. Do you want to sit down and hear me explain all of the reasons why? No. So don't ask. Number 2, anything like flippant about an accomplishment that we've made that you perhaps see as like small or inconsequential. So for instance, like getting up and doing the dishes. I have a lot of dishes in my sink right now, and that just gave me anxiety to think about. Is sometimes like a monumental task for us. So instead of berating us for the fact that it took longer than you would have liked, maybe just join us in the rare moment we have of feeling happy about having accomplished something. It is really not that hard to be a supportive person to someone with ADHD. It's really not that hard to be a supportive person. It's not that hard to be a good person. Just be a good person. Okay, I just did it. Just be a good person. Oops. Number 3, you have to work harder. Let me tell you something. You uncultured, neurotypical swine. I'm sorry, that was harsh. I would bet my left tit that someone with ADHD works 10 times harder than you do to achieve the same results. Imagine what your life would be like if seemingly small daily routine tasks went from a level 2 difficulty to a level 8 difficulty. We're already working really hard to do the things that you find easy and simple. We're already working really hard just to fit in. We are playing life on hard. So to tell us to work hard or work harder or that we're not working hard enough, first of all, it's simply incorrect. And second of all, it's just shitty. It's just shitty. We're working really hard just to keep our head above water. Number 4, ADHD isn't real. No, Santa isn't real. The Easter Bunny isn't real. But you know what is real? The stupidity and ignorance of that statement. Boom. Bye. Speaking of things that are and aren't real. If you haven't liked this video, why not make it a reality? Go ahead and do that. Thank you. Moving right along. Number 5. Do you really have to take those meds, or aren't those meds addictive and habit forming? Shouldn't you learn to get by without them? First of all, unless you have MD in front of your name and you have that particular someone with ADHD on your list of patients, you shouldn't be saying shit about medication. If we didn't need them, or if they weren't more helpful than they were harmful, we wouldn't f***ing take them. It's as simple as that. Plus, it's none of your business. Number 6, you're so flighty, all over the place, distracted. In what world is saying that to someone with or without ADHD ever like helpful or beneficial? There's no solution there. It's a vapid piece of information. It's pointless. What is the benefit that you're getting out of this by saying something that's probably gonna make somebody feel bad? Number 7, grow up. You're so immature. This one is particularly painful because of the well-standing myth, that ADHD is a kid's condition. As a kid, my brain, it grew with me, and the ADHD got worse. It also grew up. The distractibility, the impulsivity, all that shit, it progressed. It evolved like a really shitty Pokemon. Number 8. Ooh, God, I hate this one. Everyone is a little ADHD. Maybe what you meant to say was, everyone gets distracted sometimes. And that's true. Or everyone acts on their impulses every once in a while. Everyone finds it hard to get motivated to do something now and then. All those things, perfectly reasonable things to say, true statements, they make sense. It is part of the human condition. It's not part of the ADHD condition. Those aren't things that happen every now and then. Sometimes, every once in a while. It is constant, happening on a regular basis to the point where it is affecting our ability to get by in our jobs, in our relationships, in our lives. So, yes, perhaps everyone is a little ADHD, in the same way that everyone is a little asthma, everyone is a little blind, everyone is a little scoliosis, meaning not the at all. If you have an elementary vocabulary, just say so. And moreover, if everyone is a little ADHD, that means that you're a little ADHD. So tell me about all of the things that you struggle with on a daily, sometimes hourly basis that make your life so difficult that you need to pretty much revolve your entire existence around mitigating those exact struggles and issues. I'll wait. Oh, you don't. Okay. You can't come up with any that you deal with on such a frequent basis. Okay. Maybe you should just try harder. Oh man, this video was a little chaotic. I came down a little hard. Partly blame myself, I partly blame my friends in the Discord because we all started talking about this and I was like, damn, this is a really universal experience for people with ADHD, of people just saying like really insensitive, stupid shit to us. There are studies that show that people with ADHD are statistically lonelier than people without ADHD. Perhaps that has something to do with the fact that the way that we are, the way that we largely exist, is met with these kinds of statements, these things that you should never say to someone with ADHD. Hearing it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, ouch, right? But hearing it your whole fucking life, that will do damage. That will do damage. And it will most likely, indirectly or directly, worsen the things that you're already struggling with. So I guess, my parting words are, if you have someone with ADHD in your life, just try and be a little bit more conscious, more mindful with how you say things, with what you say. It can't ever hurt to bring a little bit more compassion into our day-to-day communication with others, especially people with ADHD who, again, are statistically proven to feel lonelier, to feel less than, to feel like they're not meeting their potential. Ooh, that's another one. You have potential. Ugh, I'm gonna have to make a part 2. And I also wanna point out that I'm not innocent in this. I've said some of these things to my friends who have ADHD. I understand that it takes a bit to kind of think first before you speak. I do. And you're not gonna get it perfect every time. The important thing is that we try. I know I'm gonna try harder, and I also know that as somebody with ADHD, honestly, I'm gonna try harder to advocate for myself when somebody says something like this, to be like, hey, that's really not cool. Maybe that's something that we can do as well. Anyway, leave me a comment letting me know if there's anything that I left out. I could probably make a part 2 on this. And yeah, subscribe to this channel if you wanna see more. Hop into my live ADHD co-working sessions on TikTok. I used to do them on YouTube, but those copyright infringements, bro, not cool. All the links are in the description of this video. I'm tired, I gotta go. Thank you for watching. It's been real, it's been fun, and it's been real fun. I will see you guys next time.